most profound moment was when my husband and I it was the first time when we came in the space together, and he didn't want to go there for 3 years, and I always went alone, and we had a lot of problems. And I said to him, the only possibility of getting connected again is if you come with me to Sydney, to the infinite yes. And so he did, because he had no other option. and we were very excited because he had packed all his things together, and a suitcase stood in our bedroom, and he said, if it fails, I'm gonna leave the family. Really. And we started this night, and the medicine did her work. Is it a she? Yes, I don't know. Did the work, and suddenly we found ourselves lying in a V together on the floor, our heads together, just the heads, didn't touch at all. And we were whispering about, I don't know, perhaps 1.5 hour or 2 hours. No one was in the room. It was a very big room, but everyone left. Magic. And we were all alone and lay there in this V and talked, whispered, very, very soft and gentle. And that was so unbelievable, amazing, because we were together since 20 years. And we always told ourselves the story that we cannot talk, that we cannot listen to each other, we cannot talk, we cannot connect in talking. And it suddenly happened. And then after 1.5 hours, I think I said to him, oh my God, stop. And he said, oh, what happened? And I said, do you notice what we are doing? He said, no, what are we doing? We're lying on the floor. I said, no, we're talking. He said, oh my God, yes, we're talking. And that was so important, because from that moment on, we could talk. And we always, of course, we had these situations where we stood in front of each other and said, oh, we can't talk. I can talk to you. You don't listen to me. And then what always happened was the thing that someone of us said, stop. We know that we can talk. We experienced it in the night. We somehow took a wrong direction. Let's go back. We know we can do it. We did it. And so this story, we always told us that we cannot do this, it was gone. And so we had to find a way to make it happen. And we're better. not always perfect, but we are getting better, step by step. And this was the tremendous power of losing the story. And the medicine showed us that it's not true.
I was listening to you, I have tears in my heart. Has felt so deeply your experience, and I know there was even more on this night, just this night alone, that happened to you.
Yeah.
Do you feel to share?
Yes, if I look from the moment where I am now at this night, I would say that that moment where we did the connection again, Joe and me, and all my system I began to free myself. It sounds strange to me if I tell it, but it happened late in the night when I thought everything was over and I wanted to go to bed. Suddenly my body ached very hard. And I gave birth to, I didn't know what, but it was a real birth. And several women came and sat beside me, and you sat at my head. I remember your fingers on my forehead, and my husband sat on my side and held my hand, and I gave birth to something I did not know at that moment what it was, and I do not know it exactly right now. And I had a very, or we had a very difficult story with my pregnancy of our daughter and her birth. And so perhaps I can explain it like I somehow experienced this unhealthy and this wounded birth again with my husband, with all the women in the space, and all my fear and holding of this time. I always was in fear of losing my unborn child and spent a lot of time in hospital. And it felt like all this tension, all this fear, all this pressure, all and these wounded experiences left my body energetically through my hand chakras, through my feet chakras. I could feel how the energy rushed out of my body, and that was the moment of a big healing process for me personally, and for, of course, for my husband too, and for us as a family, and for my daughter. The whole relationship to our daughter changed after this experience.
That is so beautiful, Meike.
Yeah.
I remember that time. Can you just say a couple words with our last moments about the days following and what you and your family did together? Do you remember? And how she was hugging everyone?
Yeah, my daughter somehow opened up because I felt in my system that I lost the fear, and that was the game changer. So I wasn't worrying about her. I lost this fear about her being alive and being a wonderful, healthy young woman, and I let her go. Yeah, I remember when I was in this Infinite Yes night, I said, now I can let her go, her way, be herself. I don't have to protect her anymore. And this was the game changer. And she opened up and was friendly and got in connection to us, and we appeared as human beings with each other, not father, child, and mother, and you have to be as I want you to be. So we it felt free. We went to a concert 3 days after, and she said, "No, I don't want to be here with the old grown ups. I want to be right in the center, in the middle, in front of the stage." And we said, "Okay, just go." She was 16. She said, "I can go alone?" Of course you can. We are here, and if you do not feel well, you can come back. Okay, so I go on my own. Okay, bye. And then she went and had the concert of her life and made friends and drank a beer and 2 or 3, and we said, it's okay. Do your thing. And you would, what? Yeah. And so it developed, and a few weeks ago she said a very important sentence or thing to me. She said, from that moment on, she noticed that I trust her. And that is so important for her, that I trust her.
Aho.
Aho.
That is a beautiful story, Meike. Thank you for sharing it